Hi YouTube, this is Intuitive Retta. How are you today? I want to do a reading on dealing rounds. For some reason I feel connected and Spirit is kind of pushing me to do this reading. If you would like your own personal reading, contact me at intuitiveretta@gmail.com. Please like, share, and subscribe to this video. And that's about it. Hold on, I just was getting it. Dylan Rounds. I think he's 19. He's either 19 or 21. Can't remember. But he had this little farm in the middle of the desert. He was trying to, work the ground so it could be suitable for farming and stuff like that. And he was working on it since he was 16. I think it was his grandfather's land. His grandfather had a lot of land, and Dylan felt very, very much connected to this land. I don't know if the grandfather passed away or what, but Dylan's been working this land since he was 16. He's usually out there living in a trailer. In the middle of nowhere. They said that this area that he lives in, there's not much going on out there, but it has a lot of transient people. Also, since he disappeared, people come around, like when people go out there and look, they try to blame this one guy, I guess, in the middle of the night or so, or in the middle of the day, this guy came out running with like blood and barefoot and looked like really horrible and asked for a ride and a phone. And Dylan told his parents that he didn't give him a ride, but actually he did. They said someone talks to him every day on the phone. Not like the mother might talk to him on Thursday and the grandmother. Someone talks to him. He might not talk to like the mother for 3 days, but the father will talk to him, and they're all they all talk together. So the grandmother called him, and they were talking, and he was like, oh, it's going to rain. I have to get this grain out. I'll call you back later. And he never did. And a few days passed, and I guess they all started talking, and they were like, he was supposed to call me back. So the grandmother had 2 people that worked for Dylan, but also had worked for the grandfather. I guess he kept them on to go out and look. Nobody could find him. So I think he's been missing since May 28th and or 26th, and nobody can find him. He has a really baby face. Even though he might be 19 or 21, he looks like he's like 13. His mother said he's a creature of habit, like he has the same shoes, and he wears them until they can no longer be worn. Then he buys the same shoes and wears them until they can no longer be worn. He's a creature of habit. He gets up like the same time every day, does the same routine every day. They said he's not really interested in girls. The only thing he was interested was, out there farming. So I really want to look into it. I also seen another YouTube channel that does rescues, I think it's called Heavy D and something. They went out with the helicopter and kind of looked, and they couldn't find anything. And the one thing about the truck that he had, it looked like someone washed the truck, but they didn't wash underneath. Like the underneath was full of mud, dried mud, but the top of it was completely clean. They found his shoes with the blood drop, I believe, like behind a mound of soil. So I want to see, I want to see the energy of the day that Dylan passed away. Or missing, not passed away, missing. Let's see. The energy that Dylan disappeared. temptation. The devil was out. There's some foul play. The day that he went missing, there was some foul play. So it was temptation for someone. It had to do with ego, money, you know, vices. So the day that came in play, and also if you do 5 and 1 is the Lovers, which is 6. You know, so it was about choices. Someone made a choice, you know, in regards to their temptation. All right. So there was foul play of the day he went missing. Okay. Whoops. Could even mean a lover, like a lovers did it, like 2 people went in and did it, but it was a choice. Someone chose to do this. That day. Okay, he was by himself. He was a loner. He was out there, you know, doing it alone. He was by himself. And like in this car, it's like an isolated area. He was by himself. You know, he was an introvert. So he was out there by himself. He had peace within himself, out there by himself. Okay, what was the cross to bear? The cross to bear was force. So the cross to bear of his solitude, his introvert, and this and that, the cross to bear was actually working. So like he was an introvert, but maybe he needed other people to kind of help him do some of the things that he had to do. So there was a force in it. So to me, this is like a plow, or like a truck, a plow, whatever. This is what this card is meaning to me, which is the Chariot. But and also with him, when he made up his mind of something, he went full steam ahead, damn the consequences. So he was kind of stubborn in his thought process. So if anybody worked with him or whatever, he probably wouldn't listen to them that much, because he would be like, no, we got to do it this way. This is the way we got to do it. When he made a decision, he went full steam ahead. And to me, this is like, for me, this is like plowing. So the mother said he was out doing the grain. He was out there doing the grain. So this is telling me he was out there maybe pushing the grain, and he did it the way he wanted to do it. You know, underneath that is family. So he did have a good family. So he did have a family. Underneath all of everything, he did have a family that loved him. Let's see. In the last year, things haven't been so great. There's been a lot of chaos and confusion in the last year. So I would think in the last year, and maybe something like really happened in the past, like something kind of completely turned him upside down. I wonder what that was. Something kind of like life-changing, chaos, you know, a tower event, meaning something sudden change, you know, probably within the last year, but I'm thinking 3. So I'm seeing the 3. So within the last 3 years, something very catastrophic happened. I don't know if his grandfather died within the last 3 years. Also, it looks like this was something that was coming for the last like 3 years. There was someone out there that was the aggressor. What was the aggressor? And did he have a lot of fights? It looks like maybe a woman and a man. Maybe he had to fight against a woman and a man. I don't know, but the last 3 years, something catastrophic happened within the 3 years. Could be even 3 months. I'm just seeing the 3s. Let's see. He was doing what he had to do. So, like I said, he was out there working the land, doing the grain, whatever. He was out there doing what he had to do. This was his passion. He was kind of really, really passionate about it, to the point of like, kind of like obsession. Like, this is me, this is mine, and I'm gonna defend it, and this and that. I'm also feeling like he had to defend. He had to defend. I'm also seeing that he had some victory, the foundation of what he was doing or whatever was within reach. His foundation was within reach. His victory was within reach. He was very passionate. He kind of like defended. That was his property. That was everything. This is of the day. This was like someone or him. He had all these hopes and dreams. Two people coming together. He had to. Maybe, was there 3 people that actually worked that farm? Was it 3 people? And things were coming together. But it was also like things were coming together, you know, for a purpose. Okay, what happened? What happened with his disappearance? What happened? I'm seeing, so, his disappearance. Overcome with heartbreak, pain. There's an older man involved, an aggressor, and this, whoever did this, broke his heart. Broke his heart. Someone felt like, this is me, this is mine, this should be mine, I'm the king. You know, someone felt that this was their domain. Even though it was his, someone felt that it was their domain. And he had to overcome. There was a lot of heartbreak going on. A lot of pain and suffering. What about this guy? Hold on. What about this guy and Dylan? Dylan kind of was the boss, you know. In his words, he was the boss basically, and his truth, what he had to say. What was okay? Relationship. Sorry, hopefully you can see it. The power struggle between them. So this guy felt that this was his domain. This is his. You know what I'm saying? Whereas what Dylan said, you know. His words, his intellect, whatever was fiery, like it was what he said goes. There was a power struggle in regards to this relationship. So this relationship was a power struggle between him and this man. What did Dylan want from this man? Dylan wanted this man to just do his job. Come every day, do his job the same way, and do his job and earn his money and do his job, you know? Rain, sleet, or snow, do your job, right? What did this guy want? This guy felt that he was tied in to the success of this. He felt that Dylan, the only reason why it would be successful is with him. That he should have a equal kind of partnership or whatever with Dylan. That they are bound together. That in order to succeed, they both have to come together. This guy had a lot of a high thought process of himself. But like I said, Dylan was stubborn. Dylan is stubborn, you know. He wants his grain done a certain way. He wants things done a certain way. This guy felt like he is part of the family. He felt like he is part of the family. Like he was part of the family, or even that the people the family treated him like he was part of the family. You know how someone, you know, has been around for a long time and the family treats them like family, and sometimes the people forget that they're not really family, you know, that they're not owed something, that, yeah, we treat you like family, but you're not family. You understand what I'm saying? I'm thinking there was a woman and this man, right? They may be a couple, a woman and this man, right? They felt like they was thinking about this for a long time. And they've been thinking about this for a long time, and they didn't want to hear anything else. And they were feeling a loss. Maybe it's financial loss or whatever. And maybe even Dylan was kind of like saying, you guys got to go, or this and that. They were feeling this financial loss, this loss of property, this loss of dominion. They were feeling this loss. I could see that the grandmother went and asked them to go and look, because she felt that this was family. He was the messenger, so he's the one who went back and reported this. You know, he was the messenger and went back and reported. The grandmother was like, hey, can you go out and check what's going on? Because she looked at him like, see, like I'm seeing these tens, like wish fulfilled, family, this and that. The grandmother went and asked, hey, can you go check on him? And so she was listening to what this guy said. 2 swords. He didn't see it coming. It looked like the woman made... He didn't see it coming. I'm seeing there's a whole... There's 3 women. So I'm seeing that he didn't see... The woman was a sneak attack like that, and the man was always a wolf, the aggressor. Confusion. So this was either a choice, or she was the lover of this man. She was the lover of this man. Let's see. How many more minutes do I have? Looks like maybe... I seen altogether there's 3 women and a man, but I'm seeing that the other 2 may be his mother, his grandmother, and... let's see. Why? Okay. Is Dylan, whoops. Is Dylan alive? Let's see. He was defending himself. I don't think he's alive. I'm telling you, he had to defend himself. There's wolves. So he had to defend himself. There was wolves, and like not real wolves, but I'm just saying people that act like wolves. Like he was always surrounded by wolves, right? And he always was on the defense. He always had to protect what was his. There was an aggressive woman. She's an older woman, so she's not young. And there may have been altogether 3 people involved. But when the one guy was coming to hurt him, right? Maybe the woman was like, no, 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 no. But she's aggressive too. She was like, no, 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 no. But the guy was determined. I don't think I don't think he's still alive. Are they gonna find him? there's a lot of passion to go out and find him. He's not there. Like they moved him away. They moved him away. I don't think it's where. Think of the they moved him away. They moved him away. There's a lot of eyes on this, a lot of passion to find him. Maybe law enforcement can get them to tell. I think if they do find, I think when things happen, it will come fast. It could be happening in like August, 8 days, 8 months, or August. I think there's someone older in law enforcement that's going to come down on them. I'm thinking, let me see. Is it the people that worked for Dylan? I'm thinking that's who it is. The people that worked for Dylan and his grandfather. Were these the people? There's the grandfather. Anxiety. Yes. Things changed. Heartache. Stubbornness. I think that the grandfather, I don't know if he's still alive or not alive. I think they listened to him, but the grandfather let this guy take advantage of him. You know, the grandfather was a nice guy. You know, he was a caring guy. Grandfather might have liked to have a few beers or whatever. It was kind of like to not stress him out. He didn't see the wolf that was next to him. He didn't see the wolf that was next to him. And also, there was no real power struggle because this guy basically did what he wanted. A lot of things changed. There was heartache, pain, suffering, and then stubbornness going full steam ahead. This guy is older. This guy is older. Oh, let me see. What does Dylan want to say? I think he's telling his mother to use her intuition and she'll be triumphant. Use your intuition, Mom. There was a lot of temptation. Go forth. There was a lot of temptation, a lot of ego, and so forth. I think his mother kind of has an idea. Her intuition is pinging. A message. Any message Dylan wants to say. He's in a better place. He's happy. He's in a better place, you know, like he's on the other side, you know. He's still working. He's hidden under something. So he was working, he enjoyed his work, and so he's in a good place. He's happy. He enjoyed working. Also, I think that a lot of competition. People are assuming things were more lucrative than was it. Like, people are assuming there was a lot of competition for his little property. People wanted it. People were constantly arguing, or whatever little thing he had. They may even thought he had money or wealth and he was hiding it and stuff. But with his family also, he was contained. He's kind of like wrapped up. He's kind of wrapped up. Wherever it happened, he is kind of wrapped up. He was kind of wrapped up. Did they burn something? Or burn him? Or they tried to burn the evidence? Is there a water source over there anywhere? Is there a water source over there? I know it was in the middle of the desert. Is there a water source, like somewhere over there that's a water source? Is there a water source over there? I feel him being like tied up. I'm seeing fire, but I'm not sure if it's him fire or stuff. Something was on fire, but I'm also seeing a water source. Is there going to be justice for him? His mother is going to work very hard. There's going to be justice. The mother's going to make sure. The mother's going to make sure. I'm thinking there's main person. It could be a woman and a man. They're chained to this. This was all about money, ego, temptation. They even might have thought there was some that Dylan was hiding some type of finances or some type of money or whatever. I'm seeing there might have been 3 people involved. Definitely seeing maybe a woman and a man. I'm seeing they're older. Could be 3 people. There's going to be justice for this. I don't know if they're ever going to find the body. For some reason, I'm thinking of fire. And is there a water source anywhere around there? Like a water source. Like there might have been fire to burn some things or some evidence or some clothes or whatever. And him thrown into a water source. I don't know. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Talk to you guys later. Bye.